Welcome to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia Bialik, and both the host and the producer for this program. And Irene Faithful is faithfully here with me on most of the shows. And we're going to be demonstrating today a flow yoga class with lots of options. So if you have never participated in a yoga class and feel like you want to watch today's show to see if it's something that you could handle, feel free to do that. But I think that you will probably be able to flow with us and just pause and look at what Irene's doing and look at those options to see if you are fit to do what I'm doing or what Irene's doing, and listen to your body along the way. So with yoga, we're always breathing in and out slowly. When we're flowing, we're breathing in and out through the nose, and we're quieting the mind to focus on what we're doing. We're going to be using all the muscles in the body as we flow today. And so we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up to get the spine acclimated to movement and bring the breath throughout the spine. So we're going to start with our palms facing outward. And we're going to lift those arms up to the ears as we breathe. And as you exhale, bring those arms down to the back of your thighs. Breathing in and breathing out. And now slowly we're going to reach forward with our left arm and turn the right hand so it's facing out. And look over that right shoulder. Arms down. Right arm forward, left arm back. Look over the left shoulder. And down. Now we're going to start a little swim back. So turn the palms away from your body. Swimming back left, swimming back right. Getting the shoulders ready. And if you have stiffness and tightness in your shoulders, just focus on telling those shoulders to relax. Again, don't do anything that feels uncomfortable. If you have a block or something that you could put your hands on, a cushion or a stool, you may need it today. Let's bring both arms up, thumbs in the air, look up in the air. And we're going to start to hinge at the hips, bend those knees. Focus over the front of your mat as you sit down in a modified chair, Utkatasana. Mighty pose. Let's swing those arms down. And at this time, we're going to drop the right hand to your hip. Lean to the right, stretching the left side of the body. And once again, arms in the air. Drop the left arm down, lean, and look up. And once again, both arms in the air. This time, round out the spine, so drive the navel into the spine. Start to hang, stretching down towards the mat. Now, if you feel you need to, use the block. Watch Irene with this. You're going to place that block under your hands so you can straighten those legs. Or if you feel you're able to, place those hands on the mat. Tuck your chin into the chest as you separate those shoulder blades. Now we're going to step our right foot back halfway on the mat. Bend your left knee and come up. Bring your elbows straight out from your shoulders. And those of you that feel like you want to keep your elbows bent rather than fully extending the arms, you can stay here, stay with Irene, or you can continue lifting the arms up, letting the shoulders fall back over your hips, lifting the rib cage as high as you can. Now on the exhale, we're going to move into a standing twist. So look to the left side of your mat. And now bring the arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Bring the rib cage forward. And slowly start to drop that chest down into your left knee. Just look down at your knee. Now those of you that feel you're able to, you can continue bringing your arms up and over your shoulders as you straighten that left leg. 2 more slow breaths in Pyramids pose. Let's release the arms. Come back up into Virabhadrasana 1. Lift your chest up. You can keep your elbows bent. And then open to Virabhadrasana 2. Palms are facing the floor. Now, as we come around, airplane the arms, we're going to slide our right foot to the mat. Bring the arms back up in the air. Deep breath. Exhale and come down into your mat. Step back with your left foot. Deep breath in. Start to come up into Virabhadrasana 1. Elbows bent if you feel better. Lifting your chest if you can. Rolling the shoulders back. Deep breath in and out through the nose as we twist all the way around to the right this time. Then we're going to bring our left arm behind the hip. Start to bend the right knee as you pull forward. Start to bring the arms up over your hips. And if you're able to, straighten that right leg. Bring the head down into your knee and the arms up and over the shoulders. In Pyramids pose. 2 more deep breaths in the pose. And on the next exhale, we're going to release those arms. Bring the arms back up into Virabhadrasana 1. Look up in the air. Exhale and open to Virabhadrasana 2. Stretch the arms straight out from the shoulders. Then we're going to airplane the arms around and step the feet together. Samastahiti. I hope we're warming up at home. Let's continue. Take those arms up in the air. And this time as we come down, we're going to step back. Exhale, fold back right. Step back left. And we're going to drop to our knees. Now, we're going to come forward into the mat. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, you can drop down a little bit faster. You're going to bend the elbows, pull forward slowly. Bring the chest between your thumbs. Now, we're going to come up and we're going to start in our cobra. So let's roll the shoulders back and gaze forward. So we're starting to use the strength of our back and our shoulders to lift the chest off the mat. If you're able to, continue to come up into the upward dog. Keep lifting the chest, look up in the air. And lastly, option to float, pushing down the top of your feet to suspend your hips. Look up in the air there. Now this time, the exhale rounds out the back, curl the toes under, come to downward facing dog. Tuck your chin into the chest. Ease those feet back to the rear of your mat as you stretch those shoulders. Tuck the chin into your chest, stretch the back of your neck. 2 more slow breaths. Now on the last exhale, step the left foot forward. Come back up into Virabhadrasana 1. Hands in prayer, step those feet together. Let's continue as you are. Breathe in, tall mountain, exhale and fold. Step back left, step back right. And if you want to continue on your knees, watch Irene. If you want to float and hover the mat, make sure the heels of your hands are underneath your armpits. Your head is leading forward, creating all those bandhas, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Janahandra Bandha. We're going to lower down between those thumbs. Hover, Chaturanga Dandasana. Now drop between the thumbs, relax the top of the feet. Once again in Bhukanasana, the cobra, or continue to Urdhva Mukha Savasana, upward facing dog. And if you want to bend, lift your chest in the air, hold there. Pull back, round out the spine. Pull your heels down into the mat, tuck your chin to your chest. And once again, step your right foot forward and come back up to Virabhadrasana 1. Lift your chest in the air. Samastahiti. Now interlace your fingers. Stretch all the way up in the air. Breathe in. Exhale and round out the spine. Grab a hold of your knees and squeeze. Now drop those hands down into the mat. Step back all the way with your right foot. Turn, and we're going to look to the left side of the room. If you want to use your block, you can place your block underneath your right hand, because we're going to turn all the way around to the left side of the room. So watch Irene for that option. Open all the way up, lifting the chest up high. Now as we come down, plant that left hand on the mat. Those of you that are watching Irene, bring your left knee to the mat, or take your left foot over the right. Turn and open that chest. Look up in the air. And if you want another option, you can lift that right leg up using the strength of your outer thighs. Return to the mat. And once again, hover, slowly come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Adho Mukha Savasana. Left leg in the air. Take that left leg up in the air, flex your foot. Now, we're going to slide that left leg underneath your right. Now, if you need to, you can keep your hands on the mat. If you can, reach up with your right arm. Breathe in. Reach down and grab your right foot. Lift it up in the air. Slide your left leg over to the left side of the room and reach up. Turn to the left. You can drop down to the knee. Thread the needle. Reach through. And bring that left arm down. Slide your feet back. You can stay on your knees or come down slowly. Chaturanga Dandasana. Look up. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Come back down. Adho Mukha Savasana. Step forward left. Step forward right. Come back up. Samastahiti. Once again, interlace your fingers. This time extend that spine. Look up in the air. Standing backward, bend there. Round out the spine. Hug your knees. And release the arms. Step back left. Turn to the right side of the room. As you lift that right arm up, look up into it. And here we go. That arm comes down. Drop to your knee or cross over. Lift your chest up in the air. Hold there. Breathe deep in and out through the nose. You can lift that left leg if you choose. Hold on to that. And come back down. Move into Chaturanga Dandasana. Hover. Urdhva Mukha Savasana or Cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana, pull back. Hold in the downward dog. Stay there. Take your right leg up in the air. Flex your foot. Push up into the three-legged dog. And we're going to slide that right leg underneath the left side of the body. You can keep your hands there or reach up in the air. You can grab that right foot and lift it up. Take that right leg out to the side and turn, look up there. You can keep that left knee down. Thread the needle. Come back up. And once again, Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Adho Mukha Savasana. Step forward right. Step forward left. Come back up. Samastahiti. Bring those arms up. Breathe in. Exhale and fold. This time we're going to step back halfway with that left foot. Bring the nose to your knee. Those of you that want to use a block here, slide that block up on the front of your mat because we're going to bend the right knee and just lift that hip. Those of you that want to, you can go ahead and continue opening the hip into half moon, extending that right leg up, looking up in the air. And now step on back. Reverse that warrior. Lift the chest here. Take your left arm over. Lifting the rib cage as high as you can. Deepen your breaths. And now just grab that right hand and look up over your right shoulder, an extended angle. Deepen your breaths here. And if you choose to bind, you can wrap your arms around that thigh. And then we're going to slide that block forward. Place your left hand on the block. Lift your right leg in the air. Turn all the way around so that right hand is on the block. And open to revolved half moon. Lifting that right leg in the air. And step back with your right foot. Standing twist once again. And airplane the arms around. Samastahiti. Interlace the fingers, standing backward bend. Lift the chest up high. Exhale, fold forward. Step halfway back with your left foot. And into pyramid's pose, stretching out the hamstrings. Using the block, if you choose, place that block forward. You can come off that left leg, open that hip, turn all the way around, and extend that left leg in the air. If you choose, lifting that leg up high, and then step back into the reverse warrior, taking that left arm over your hip, look up in the air. Lean back over that right shoulder, then grab your left hand and look up and over that left shoulder if you can. If you choose to bind, reach down and around, grabbing that back arm as you hold. And when you decide you're out of that pose, take that left arm down. You can use your block if you choose. Bring your left foot in the air into the reverse half moon, revolved half moon. And once again, step back, standing twist. Reach up, both arms in the air, Samastahiti. Now we're just going to raise that right leg up and bring that right leg over your left. And slowly sit back, stretching the hip. Come down as low as you feel comfortable. Some of you may be able to bring the arms all the way down into the mat. And if you can, hold here. And if you want to try the challenging one-legged pose, just plant your elbows on the front of that right leg and lift your left leg in the air. And come back up. Lift the rib cage high. Exhale and fold. Step back halfway with your left foot. Once again, pull down into your left knee and now into triangle. Using the block if you need to. Open that chest to the right and look up in the air. Now if you want to go to variation 2, option 2, reaching those arms out over your ear, stretching as far forward as you feel comfortable. Now take your right hand forward, kick your left leg up again and open that hip. You can move that leg around. And if you feel like you want to flip, you can take that foot back, open the chest and look back, lifting the rib cage high. Flip back over, down dog here, tuck your chin. Step forward, left and right, come back up, Samastahiti. Lift that left leg, and you can step across the right. Sit down as low as you feel comfortable. And if you feel you're able to, stretching those glutes on the left side. And if you feel you're able to, lifting that right leg up. And now back up. Breathe and hold. Exhale and fold. Step back halfway with your left foot. Straighten your right leg. If you're using the block, place the block under your right hand and open the chest into Uttiti Trikonasana. Stacking the shoulders, creating those bandhas. Look up into your left hand here. Pulling back into the left hip as much as you can. If you want to do the variation 2, reaching forward. Continue your breaths as you look up in the air. And on that last exhale, come on down. Take your right leg in the air. Open that hip and start to move that leg around. And as much as you can, step back. And if you can, flip around, look up in the air. Stretch back there. Deep breaths. Flip back over into the down dog. Hold there, tuck your chin into the chest. Now step your feet forward. You can just bend the knees and come into a modified squat with your hands in prayer, or you can bring your elbows out in front of your shins for a low crow. So we're just going to slide our shins against our triceps, pull forward, and holding the low crow. Or if you want to try the crane, you're going to bring your knees in, slide your hands further forward, and bring the elbows behind your shoulders into a higher crane. Now cross your ankles and have a seat. Let's sit forward on the mat. Grab a hold of your knees. Pull your knees into your chest. Slowly lift those legs in the air. Look up there. And when you feel you're able, or if you're able, stretch the arms up. In full boat, Navasana. Now bring your legs down. Twist all the way around to the right. Lift your rib cage up as you twist. Now we're going to take our right leg under our left hip. Take your left leg over your right into half Lord of the Fishes. We're going to open the chest, and you can just hold on to that left leg, or you can bring that right arm up and cross over into the prayer. Then come back to center, both legs in, and once again, grab those legs. Lift your knees. If you can, lift your legs all the way up. Release those arms once again. Lift your chest, hold tall. Lift your rib cage, using the strength of your back, your psoas, and your quads. Take your left leg under. And cross that leg over. Hug your right leg, or bring your left arm on the outside of that leg. Modified half Lord of the Fishes on this side. Now come back to center and scoot yourself back on the mat. So we're going to slide our left leg in and work on isolating a hip stretch here. So those of you that are struggling on tight hips, you can just hold your leg wherever you choose and move that foot around. If you feel you can, move it back underneath your shoulder. You can grab the big toe with your right hand and look underneath your right shoulder. Modified compass pose. And let's try the other side. Sliding your right leg in. And if you're working on just opening that hip, you move that leg in and out. Stay here. Or you can grab the big toe of your right foot with your left hand and slowly open up the chest to your left. Look underneath your left shoulder. And come on down. So that concludes our class today, but we're going to end in savasana. Thank you so much for joining Yoga with Cynthia. Till next time, namaste. Let's come down into the corpse pose.